Today we are going to learn about Laplace transform. So Laplace transform is something that is similar to Fourier transform. Okay. So that this is similar to Fourier transform. So in the sense that this is also an integral transform, and there is the formula of the Laplace transform is quite similar to the formula of the Fourier transform. So essentially, if we have a function f of t, we can convert that function to a different variable f of p, which here p is the inverse of the t variable, right? So if t is time, then p will be something like a frequency. Okay. So the function f of p is basically the Laplace transform of small f of t, and this is given by integral from 0 to infinity of f of t e power minus pt dt. Okay. Right. So this thing, this capital L, this is known as the Laplace operator. And the Laplace operator is nothing but written in the form of this integral. Okay. So now let's try to do a problem. If f of t is e power minus at, okay, then what is Laplace transform of f of t? Okay, so what is this going to be? So you're going to have L f of t is nothing but capital F of p, which is nothing but 0 to infinity f of t e power minus pt dt. Okay, and what is f of t? F of t for us is right now it is e power minus at. Okay, so let's substitute that here. So we are going to get 0 to infinity e power minus at e power minus pt dt. Okay. So now we know how to compute this. We can first simplify this into e power minus a plus p into t dt, right? Because this is a product of two exponentials, we can add up the exponents. Alright. So now let's compute this integral. You already know how to do this integration. So this is e power minus a plus p into t by a plus p, going from 0 to infinity. Alright. So now let's see. So when so this we can write this a plus p. So when t is infinity, then e power minus something into t would be something e power minus infinity, right? It will be, so this is going to be very small number, which is 0. And then you're going to have e power 0, which is 1. Okay. So ultimately this reduces to 1 by p plus a. Okay. So Laplace transform of e power minus at is nothing but 1 by p plus a. Okay. So this is the formula. Alright. Similarly, you can solve for other functions. So let's solve for other functions. If f of t is cos at, okay, then what you can do is you can write cos at in terms of the Euler's formula. So this is going to be e power I at plus e power minus I at by 2. Okay. So now when you want to find the Laplace transform of this function, all you have to do is 0 to infinity dt f of t e power minus pt, which is 0 to infinity dt. And what is f of t? F of t is e power I at plus e power minus I at by 2 into e power minus pt. Right? So this way you can solve the integration. Okay, so now let's simplify this. So what will the simplify? Alright, so we can simplify this integral, right, by writing it in terms of minus p minus ia into t, right, plus e power minus p plus ia into t. Okay, alright. So now you can compute this. Minus e power minus p minus ia by p minus ia minus e power minus p plus ia by p plus ia, right, into t, from 0 to infinity, right. So if you compute this integral, what are you going to get? So at infinity this term is going to become 0, right. So e power minus, it will be something like e power minus infinity, so that is going to be 0. So you will have 0 here and 0 here, and then you will have, so we can bring the minus on the outside. So we are going to have minus of 1 by p minus ia plus 1 by p plus ia, right, because at t equal to 0 e power 0 is going to be 1, so you are left with 1 by p minus ia and plus 1 by p plus ia. Okay, so this is going to be half into, so you can simplify this further, square plus a square, right. So this is going to be p by p square plus a square. Okay, so this is your formula. So the Laplace transform of cos at is this. Okay, so we have seen that Laplace transform of cos at is p by p square plus a square. Now let's try to find this same Laplace transform of cos at, but now using the already known formula that we have derived earlier. So what is the formula that we have derived earlier? Is a Laplace transform of e power minus at is 1 by p plus a. Okay, so let's write that down. P plus a. Now what we have to do is we have to find Laplace transform of cos a t. Okay, so this is nothing but Laplace transform of e power I at plus e power minus I at by 2, right. So what we can do is we can take, of course, since 1 by 2 is a constant, we can take it outside of the Laplace transform, right. So we will get, so Laplace transform of cos at is nothing but 1 by 2 Laplace transform of e power I at plus e power minus I at. And the sum of two, Laplace transform of the sum of two functions can be written as the sum of individual Laplace transform. So we can write this as 1 by 2 L of Laplace transform of e power I at plus Laplace transform of e power minus I at. Okay, so since we can write it this, and we already know the formula that Laplace transform of e power minus at is 1 by p plus a. So we can use this formula, right? This formula we have derived, right? Okay, so we can use this formula and we can show that Laplace transform of cos at is nothing but half into, so from here we get half into, so Laplace transform of e power I at will be nothing but 1 by p minus ia, and Laplace transform of e power minus I at would be 1 by p plus ia. That's it. Okay, so this is nothing but the same thing that we had earlier. So we can now simplify this further. So we'll get p plus ia plus p minus ia by p minus ia into p plus ia. Okay, so this 2 get cancelled and you get 2p by 2. So you get p by p square plus a square. Right. So this is your Laplace transform of cos at. Okay. Alright. So now let's do some other problem. Okay, so now let's do a problem where we have to find the inverse Laplace transform. So you are given a Laplace transform of something, but you have to find the inverse Laplace transform. So another question is L inverse of 1 by p square plus 3p plus 2. Okay, so what is this going to be? So we need to find the inverse Laplace transform, which means we need to find some function which is a function of time, right? So that would be your inverse Laplace transform. So let's find it. So now if you are given such a function, what you can do is you can already you can see that p square plus 3p plus 2 can be written as p plus 1 into p plus 2, right? You know that you can write it in this format, which means that L inverse of 1 by p square plus 3p plus 2 is nothing but L inverse of 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2. Okay. Now what you have to do is let's see. So now we need to this function of p, right? This f of p, which is 1 by p square plus 3p plus 2, which is also 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2. This we can write it in the form of a by p plus 1 plus b by p plus 2. Okay. So let's see how we can do that. Okay. So if this is equal to this, right, then it means that 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2 is nothing but a into p plus 2 plus b into p plus 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2. Okay, so the denominator is the same. Numerator is in terms of a and b here, and here it is a constant on the left hand side, which means you can now find a and b by equating the powers of p. Okay, so if you see here, this is 0p, right? On the left hand side there is no p, which means it is 0 into p is a plus b into p. Okay, which means you can write a plus b is equal to 0, so b is equal to minus a. And then you have 1 which is a constant, and now you equate constant with the constant. So the constants are 2a plus b, right? 2 into a plus b. Okay, now since b is equal to minus a, you will get 1 is equal to 2a minus a, which is a. So a is 1, and therefore b is also going to be minus 1. Alright. So now you have it. So 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2 can be written as 1 by p plus 1 minus 1 by p plus 2. Okay, so this means that L inverse of 1 by p plus 1 into p plus 2 is nothing but L inverse of 1 by p plus 1 minus 1 by p plus 2. Now what does this remind you of, right? So this is nothing but, now you can break this down into sum of two Laplace transforms. So you have L inverse of 1 by p plus 1 minus L inverse of 1 by p plus 2. So what is L inverse of 1 by p plus 1? Now you can use that formula, right? So we had, the formula was L inverse of 1 by p plus a is nothing but e power minus a t, right? This was the formula, which means this is nothing but e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. Okay, so this is your answer. So L inverse of this function, what was the original one? This, right? So L inverse of this function is nothing but e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. So if you use such formulas, it is very easy for you to calculate different things. Alright. Now let's look at a few formulas. So I am writing f of t here and f of p, which is nothing but L of Laplace transform of f of t. Okay. Alright. So the first one is when f of t is t power k, then f of p is nothing but k factorial by p power k plus 1. When f of t is f of a t, right, where a is greater than 0, then it is 1 by a f of capital F of p by a. When it is of the form f of t by t, so here the example could be e power minus example could be e power minus at by t. Okay, so if this is the way it is, then f of t by t is written as integral of p to u f of u du. Okay, so for this particular example, it would be what? What is the Laplace transform of e power minus at? It is nothing but 1 by p plus a, right? So in terms of u, it would be 1 by u plus a. So 1 by u plus a du from p to, so this is infinity. So from p to infinity. Okay, so this is the formula. Alright, then fourth, t power n f of t would be minus 1 power n d power n f of p by d p power n. Then 5, f of tau d tau integral from 0 to t, Laplace transform of this function is nothing but 1 by p capital F of p. Then sixth is convolution. Right, now you already know what convolution is. So convolution is nothing but 0 to t d tau f of t minus tau g of tau. Right. So this is your convolution function. So the Laplace transform of this is nothing but capital F of p, capital G of p. Okay. Then 7, df of t by dt is nothing but p into capital F of p minus f of 0. Okay. Then 8. Okay, let's know 8 is just similar, right? Now second order for this, second order differentiation would be p square capital F of p minus p f of 0 minus f dash of 0. And similarly for dn f of t by dt power n, this would be nothing but p power n f of p minus p power n minus 1 f of 0 minus p power n minus 2 f dash of 0 and so on up to minus f n minus 1 of 0. Okay, so these are your formulas. So now using these formulas, we can calculate all kinds of things. Now let's try to do the same problem as we did before, but using the convolution theorem. So I am just trying to show you different ways of solving the same problem. Okay, that way you will get familiar with all the different formulas and all the different ways, and then you can use any way that you find easier. Okay, so our question was, what is L inverse of 1 by p square plus 3p plus 2? Okay, and this we made it into two parts, which was 1 by p plus 1 into 1 by p plus into p plus 2, and this is nothing but your 1 by p plus 1 into 1 by p plus 2, right? This is the same, these two are same, they are equivalent. Okay, so now we will try to solve this using convolution. So let's use solve using convolution. Okay, so how will we solve using convolution? So L inverse of this is nothing but, right, this is just your f of p, right? So this is f of p and this is nothing but your g of p. So this is f of p into g of p, and you have to find the Laplace inverse of this function. So when you see that it is a product of two functions in the p domain, right, which is f of p into g of p, you should immediately think of convolution. So how will the convolution be? So if f of p is this, then f of t would be, right, if f of p is 1 by p plus 1, then f of t would be e power minus t. And if g of p is 1 by p plus 2, then small g of t would be e power minus 2t, right? But what is the convolution formula? The convolution formula is right. So L inverse of f of p g of p is nothing but your f star g. Okay, and that is nothing but your 0 to t d tau g of t minus tau f of tau, right? This is going to be your f star g. So we can just include our f of t and g of t here and we will find the solution. So this is nothing but integral from 0 to t d tau. What is g of t? G of t is e power minus 2t. So g of t minus tau would be e power minus 2t minus tau, and f of tau would be e power minus tau and d tau. So all we have to do is we have to compute this integral. So we have 0 to t d tau e power minus 2t e power t tau 2 tau minus tau. So since this integral is in the dummy variable of tau, e power minus 2t is like a constant function as far as this integration is concerned. So we can take it outside and we will have d tau e power tau. Okay, so this is nothing. So now we can compute this integral and we will get e power minus 2t e power tau from 0 to t. So we are going to get e power minus 2t e power t minus e power 0 e power minus 2t e power t minus 1. Okay, so this is going to be your e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. Okay, so ultimately we get the same answer no matter if we do it using convolution or if we do it using factorization, but we are going to get the same answer. So L inverse of 1 by p square plus 3p plus 2 is nothing but e power minus 2t minus e power minus, so e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. So this is your answer. Alright. So let's do some more problems. Okay. So let's see. So we have, let's say we want to find the Laplace transform of t square e power at. Okay, what is this going to be? So we can just refer to the formula. So one of the formulas that we saw was, by the way, all these formulas are there in the Bose textbook at the end of the Laplace transform chapter. Okay, so at the end of that chapter there is an entire table of formulas, and you can refer to those formulas to see to solve any question that is given to you. Okay, so this type of function is of the form t power n into f of t. Okay, and the Laplace transform of such a function is given by minus 1 power n d power n capital F of p by dp power n. Okay, here small f of t is e power at, and therefore capital F of p would be the Laplace transform of f of t, right, which is Laplace transform of e power at, and Laplace transform of e power at we now know as 1 by p minus a. Okay, so if we are given, so now we know this formula, right? So this formula tells us, now n for us is 2, right, because t power n. So for us the function that we need to solve is t square e power at. Okay, so here n is 2 and f of t is e power at. Okay, so the formula is, what is the formula? Minus 1 power n d nth derivative of f of p, right, with respect to p. So this would be minus 1 power 2 d2 by dp2 of f of p. What is f of p for us? F of p is this 1 by p minus a. So this is minus 1 power 2 t square by dp2 into 1 by p minus a. Okay, so let's do it one by one. So minus 1 power square is nothing but 1. So we don't have to bother about that now. So 1 into d by dp into d by dp of 1 by p minus a, which is, what is d by dp of 1 by p minus a? It is minus 1 into p minus a whole power minus 2. So now d by dp of this would be minus 1 into minus 2 p minus a power minus 3. Okay, so the final solution would be 2 by p minus a whole cube. Okay, so this is your answer for getting Laplace transform of t square into e power at. Alright. Now let's try to find the Laplace transform of the Laplace transform of integral from 0 to t cos a tau d tau. Okay, so what is this solution? Now if you refer to the formulas, there is one formula which is of this form. Laplace transform of 0 to t f of tau d tau, integral from 0 to t f of tau d tau is given by 1 by p capital F of p. Okay, so we can use this formula to find the solution of this one. Okay, so what is f of tau for us? F of tau is nothing but cos a tau. If f of tau is cos a tau, then f of p, capital F of p is, right, we can find it, right? What is capital F of p? We derived this recently, and this was p square by, p p by p square plus a square. Okay, so L of 0 to t cos a tau d tau is nothing but 1 by p into f of p, which is 1 by p into p by p square plus a square, which is nothing but 1 by p square plus a square. Okay, so this is an easy method of trying to find the solution. We can also do it in another way. Okay, what is another method? So another method would be to actually compute this integral. So this is cos a tau d tau, right? We want to find the Laplace transform of this, which means we can actually just compute this integral because this is an easy integral. So what would the integral be? Sin a tau by a going from 0 to t, which is nothing but L of sin 1 by a sin 80. Okay, now for sin 80 we know the formula. Okay, or I think it is given in the Bose book, but you can also derive it using the definition of Laplace transform. So this will be L of 1 by a, so the Laplace transform of sin 80, right, because 1 by a is a constant, you can take it outside, and then you are left with Laplace transform of sin 80. And Laplace transform of sin 80 is given by a by p square plus a square. Okay, so then these two get cancelled and you are left with 1 by p square plus a square, and this is your L of 0 to t cos a tau d tau. So you see that any method that you use, you are going to get the same answer, and this is the answer. So we solved this question using two methods. One by first computing the integral, and this method was just using the formula directly using this formula. Okay, all right. Alright, now I'll give you a few problems and you can try to solve it. Using the definition of Laplace transform, verify the following. Okay, so you have to use the definition of Laplace transform. What is the definition of Laplace transform? L of f of t is nothing but 0 to infinity e power minus p t f of t dt. Right? This is the formula for Laplace transform. So using this definition, you have to verify the following. So what is it? The first one is that Laplace transform of sin 80 is a by p square plus a square. This is one. Then p Laplace transform of t power k is k factorial by p power k plus 1. So for this problem, what you can do is use the definition of Laplace transform for to find L of e power minus 80. Okay, so when you find L of e power minus 80, you will get, we know, right, we derived this, you will get 1 by p plus a. So when you get 1 by p plus a, what now you can do is you can differentiate this equation with respect to p. You can differentiate this equation with respect to p. So you can differentiate with respect to p repeatedly. Okay, this is what you can do and you will get the answer. And C would be L of A e power minus at minus B e power minus bt by A minus B is equal to P by P plus A into P plus B, with real of P plus A greater than 0 and real of P plus B is also greater than 0. Okay, so these are your problems. Then second homework is find the inverse transforms of the following functions. So first one is 1 plus p by p plus 2 whole square, and the second one is 2p minus 1 by p square minus 2p plus 10. Okay. So p square minus 2p plus 10. So these are your two. And the third one is using any of the formulas that is convenient for you. Using any of the standard formulas, right? Find Laplace transform of t into e power minus at sin bt. Okay, so this you have to find. Alright, so I will stop here.